Hello and welcome back to the Marseille View. I'm Stefan, and for today's video I thought we would talk about Steve Mandanda. So this is in light of rumours this week about Steve Mandanda's future, potential interest from OGC Nice, our South Coast rivals. And so that's got me thinking, what is the future for Steve Mandanda at Marseille? So I thought we would kind of look at his time at the club and his current challenges and whether or not we think that he will be staying or leaving in the summer. So to start from the beginning, a little bit of background about Mandanda and his arrival at OM. So Mandanda signed for Marseille, I think, back in 2007, and he was initially brought in, I think Gerrits was the coach at the time, and it was when we returned to the Champions League, he was brought in as initially as a backup for Cedric Carasso. Carasso suffered injuries, if I remember correctly, though if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, but my memory is a long time ago, 15 years ago. I think he was injured and Mandanda got his place in the team, and there was no looking back after that. Mandanda became our first team goalkeeper for the foreseeable future, and it was only when he was sold back in 2015, I believe it was, to Crystal Palace. We had that brief period without him, and then we returned the following year after McCourt bought the club. So Mandanda's time at Marseille has been a huge success. He's the player with the most appearances ever to play for the club. He's been a regular in the national team ever since, primarily as a backup to Hugo Lloris, but he's been a mainstay in that national setup. He's been a solid performer, multiple times arguably our player of the season. In recent years though, he's slowed down and we're seeing the clear effects of age on him. He's not the keeper that he once was, although I'd say about 2 years ago he was still he had a season where he was without a doubt our best player. So with him kind of on the downside, and in his mid-30s now, he's 36, that he'll be 37 this year. The club, and as he's sort of coming to the end of his career, the club looking at alternatives clearly. And last summer with Jorge Sampaoli, with his first sort of summer mercato, there was clearly a desire to look for a goalkeeper to be his successor, but maybe even more so than that, one that could offer something different from Mandanda, someone that could offer certain attributes that would suit the playing style of the coach. And they brought in Lopez from Spanish goalkeeper from Roma, and that's been kind of controversial because Lopez has, for the most part of the season, has dethroned Mandanda from the starting 11, certainly in the league anyway, and that has not gone down very well with some of the major French football pundits. Some have been really critical of that decision, feeling that the way in which it was handled wasn't right, or that Mandanda hadn't necessarily done anything wrong, or that Lopez hasn't necessarily shown that he deserves to be number one. I think there's a little bit of emotions affecting people's judgment here. I think there's no doubt that Mandanda is a goalkeeper on the decline, and I think Lopez offers certain things that Mandanda just simply doesn't, which is the ability to come out of his box much quicker and more effectively. That's something that Mandanda's had a lot of problems in recent years, and his ability to use his feet and pick out has a good range of passing, particularly long range passing, which helps the build up play. So we're able to play from the back better with Lopez coming out, passing to the defenders with more comfort than what Mandanda was able to do or has been able to do. So yeah, I think there's certainly logic behind any decision to to change the goalkeeper, but is Lopez a better keeper than Mandanda? No, definitely not. He's better with his feet. He's younger, he's more agile maybe now, but he's definitely not a better shot stopper. And I don't know if he's got that presence necessarily that the top goalkeepers have. That there's something sort of psychological there that affects the opponents as well. When you see a guy like Manuel Neuer or someone, you feel like you just can't score against that guy. I don't know if Lopez has got that, and Mandanda maybe has a little bit of that, at least in Ligue 1. He's a very highly respected, highly regarded goalkeeper. So yeah, I think that the jury's out though, really. I don't know if Lopez is a long-term solution for Marseille, but certainly in the right now, I don't believe that Mandanda is good enough to be a starting goalkeeper for Marseille every single week. There, I said it, and I know that's controversial. I'm sorry, but he isn't anymore. But I'm not a big fan of Lopez either. I wouldn't mind us seeing someone else coming in, to be honest, in the future. So what's going to happen if Mandanda goes to Nice? Does that tarnish his legacy? Is he going to undermine the love of the OM fans that by signing for a rival? Will people still feel the same way about him, or will they change their views on him? Would he take that deal? I don't know. He might do. It's local. It's easy for family reasons, isn't it, to get a new job in Nice when you live in Marseille, rather than have to travel, somewhere else in France, to the north of France, or travel abroad. So there's there's an attraction for him. Mandanda may very well leave at the end of this season if he doesn't want to be back up anymore to Lopez, and he's getting good offers elsewhere. I actually could see him just staying for one more season then retiring. I don't think he'll retire this season. I think he's still got a certain level of ability to play at a high level, and he showed that in numerous occasions this season, that he can still do a good job. So yeah, I think he'll probably not retire. I think he'll probably stay personally. I think some people will think he'll leave, but I'm going to predict that he's going to stay actually and be a backup, possibly still to Lopez. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's the best choice for everyone involved, really. But let me know, what do you think in the comments? Do you think Mandanda should leave in the summer? Do you think that he will join Nice? And who do you prefer as OM's first choice goalkeeper, Mandanda or Lopez? So yeah, let me know in the comments, and please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and do check out our podcasts as well, which are available on SoundCloud and all your major podcast apps like Apple, Spotify. You can find us there. We've got a new episode that came out this week, looking at the Lorient game and Lyon and Feyenoord, so do check it out. Thank you, and Allez l'OM.